Hey, how's it? Aloha. Okay, Vektor Charging the Void. I've had a lot of persistent requests for this, and I'm trying to go through as fast as possible, and I definitely want to try to honor as many as I can before I hit Friday. So that's why I've done 3 today. I'm going to do 3 tomorrow. I'll do 3 on Thursday and only 1 on Friday, and then I'm out of here for a little bit. So I want to thank you guys for your support. All the stuff I always say, subscriptions and everything, super cool. You better lock and load here. This one is about 10 minutes long, so it looks like this could be a long video. You know how I just yammer on. You see any advertisement, like I always say, copyright claim by the publishers, writer, record companies, they deserve to make their money. I'm going to have their Spotify, music, merch, all kinds of stuff for Vektor in the description, as well as, if you see fit, being that my channel's not monetized, buy me a cup of coffee. It'd be super cool beans, actually super cool coffee beans. And so let's do this. Vektor Charging the Void. All right. Okay, obviously, huge difference from the last track I did, which was Mew. And just when I thought I was going to have a chill experience, man, I may go to sleep after this. There's no way I'm going to sleep after this. This is amazing, impeccable musicianship and execution and performance. I don't know what it takes to have this kind of stamina to play what these guys are playing. It is just mind-numbing to me. I mean, when I think about this, not only am I just saying, oh my gosh, listen to the speed and the precision of their performance, but if these guys are in a show and this is their thing, if this super power, metal, I don't know what they call this super duper, double time type of metal, if there is a name for that, please put that in the comments so that I can learn a little more. But they're doing this all night, and with that kind of precision, you cannot be sloppy with this. You cannot be sloppy. And it sounds perfect. Now, if this is not your jam, and this isn't necessarily my jam in the sense that I'm going to go run out and buy this or something, but I have a deep appreciation for how long it takes musicians to get this going and get to this level. And this is probably nothing, this is not much of a reaction kind of a thing yet, because I'm so taken back by the skill set of the musicians. I really haven't listened to, how many chords are they playing, if there's any meter and stuff, which is just, right now, it's just a little powerful and overwhelming. But shit, I've got 8 minutes left of this to go, so I'm sure I'll be able to now kind of settle in, if there's such a thing, to settle in as far as just, hang on and white knuckle the rest of this. But Man, this is just cranking musicianship and composition and arrangement. I mean, seriously, think about it. All right. I'm sure. Well, if you're a fan, this is probably why you dropped it on me, because you want to see an old guy have to take a defibrillator and go clear. Okay. All right. This is going to be a long video, guys, I think. All right, here we go.
Within my grasp, entering the cloud of the exploded mass.
All right, I got to stop there because I got to stop there. There's catchy riff in there that the bass and the guitar are playing through that. But do you realize that that little section was almost, if you would even consider it, a little bit of a respite for the guitar and the bass. You know, where they just laid into it felt like the eighth note kind of pattern in their riff. The drummer never stopped that energy all the way across. It was absolutely insane. And then you saw me doing this. Look, I used to play drums when I was younger, and I used to practice to Rush and Terry Bozzio and, narrow to Michael Walden and get all kinds of. But I don't have words to how I try to feel. How in the Fanark is that kind of musicianship possible? I mean, it is. I'm hearing it. And I've heard it in other bands and stuff, but this level of musicianship is just insane in a good way. It's just out of it, man. I'm in such awe of this, only because I know this is like, I get to listen to this one time and then go eat a snack and I get to go to sleep. These guys, this is what they do. They wake up and just incredible musicianship. Something else I heard too through that passage, I know that musicians, that's what I call singers, musicians, lead singers, and their technique in growling. Everybody has a different depth and timbre. It's based on the size of your voice and larynx, and hell, you could be 6'8" and have a different sound, obviously, than somebody who's small. He did something. You may have saw me just jump out of my skin for a second. He did something about 20 seconds before I stopped. That was unbelievable. Whatever that thing was that he did, he held out his growl for about half, maybe 2 beats, 3 beats. And what a sound. What an amazing sound, man. This is a I'm sweating listening to it. I mean, I can't imagine. Well, I'm an old guy too, so but that's just it's all right. There was twice in this last passage I just made where these guys really broke up into some super flavorful melodic changes there. Not so much in the chord changes as much as it is in the riff arrangements and stuff. I don't know, because I don't know the band, and I don't know if it's 2 guitar players or 1 guitar player with some layering going on here. But obviously there are some areas where there's, power chords being held down while there's this kind of melodic riff that's being played on top of it. So because I don't know if it's 1 or 2 guitar players, I can't say that it's an overdub. But really super flavorful. I mean, it did catch me off guard because I'm thinking, I don't know, what is this genre called? Is this called trash metal or something? I don't know. I'm not familiar with it, obviously. That's what I love about this journey with this channel. So all these little subgenres and stuff. But twice they did that. And then this passage that just happened, or this probably last 16 bars in that phrasing too. Very tasteful. I mean, seriously, really super tasteful. I mean, regardless of the power and the kinetic energy of everything that's going on. I really dug that. Okay, onward. Sorry, but that was stupid clever. I mean, just out of nowhere introducing those harmonies back there and carrying it. I mean, that, because it's my first experience with this band, especially with this intense kind of metal, you know, it doesn't surprise me the composition and arrangement capabilities of musicians in this genre. And so I have to admit, though, when I heard what I heard there with those background vocals and the chord changes that they were being made, though subtle, that was deep respect. Whoever made that call and whoever pulled that arrangement in there, whatever that was all about, that was stupid. I was so down with that. All right, here we go. Okay, I just want to call out one thing. That is just absolutely mental. The fact that, did you hear the bass line following that melody with the guitar? That was really super cool. I'm really digging the composition and arrangements here on this last third of the track. And, you know, compared to the first, which was just, I think the mission was, as a listener, a first-time listener, you know, and I think the mission was to really set you off. I mean, Charging the Void, I don't know, maybe this is, I think there's two parts to this, because I could have swore there was something, I think something else about the Void I saw that wasn't the same exact title, but that this is definitely some kind of a mission that they were on in the first third to the first half to just really start to drive that nail of, like, you know, coming at you a million miles an hour. And even though they maintain that energy, they kind of bloomed in their arrangements, and it really did take me for a real super pleasant surprise. You know, that might not be the vernacular and the verbiage to describe such, you know, intense metal and stuff like that. But for me as a composer, listening to those changes, I was like, yeah, man. I mean, even though the drum is just doing just whatever it is. I think there's a name for that. Somebody put in a comment when the drums play like that. Anyhow, I'll go back a little bit and let's clear this out. Always wait till the end, you never can tell. That's cool. That was really cool, the ending. So I'm thinking that my gut feeling was there's probably a part 2 to this. I don't know that I had a deeper reaction to that than what I explained. I think I was just so taken back by the musicianship. I think if I had to say what is my reaction, was just supreme musicianship and technique, execution, stamina. But then when I'm thinking, okay, what I'm going to get is I'm just going to get riddled with 16ths and 30 seconds, and the drummer's, God, his talents, the way he is, he's got such a light hand with the ride. You can't be heavy-handed with certain things when it comes to, you know, working the ride. For those of you who don't know anything about drums or music and you're just the pure listener, the ride is the little bell on a cymbal and the top. And so a lot of times you use that as a more explicit way to hold a rhythm. And there's times where he's going 30 seconds, and you have to have light hands on that, and it cuts through really well in the mix. But just I was so taken back by the musicianship that once I settled into it and got a hold of the arrangements and stuff, I'm just blown away. I'm blown away, and yeah, I got nothing else more than I can add to it. It was just really super sick experience, and I guess it was well worth the wait. I know there's been some people that were, excuse me, pretty much hammering me for this. Like so many others, I'm trying to get to all these songs, but anyhow, thank you so much, all of you, for suggesting. If there's any others from this band, please leave it in the comments. Probably won't get back to this band for a little bit, but you know, I'm going to be here till the next supper, probably, so, you know, I'm going to be still doing these as long as I'm having fun. Thanks a lot for the comments. Thanks a lot for the subscriptions. If I may have mispronounced something, I appreciate people always correcting me. Remember, I'm the old guy. The older I get, the better I was. Links for everything down below. Links for the headset also down below. And the link for the cup of coffee. Or maybe a link for some underarm deodorant. I sweated this. I'm so bobo. All right, guys, take care. All right.